Good morning. It's like 6:47, I guess. I'm on my way to another estate sale, and I'm gonna wait until it's a little more light, and I'll give you a update of what we're gonna do today. This particular road I'm on is the road I would come back from college on, and when I'm telling you, when I think of fall foliage, this is the road. And unfortunately, the sun is just starting to come up, so you're not getting the full effect. And it looks like quite a bit of the trees have dropped their leaves already as well. Anyway, today's sale, I have talked about the sale a couple times now. It is in a home that is, in my opinion, probably one of the nicest I have been to yet in regards to the style of decor, and it just looks very clean, and the stuff in it looks to be, just, I don't want to say like upper class, but you can tell like it's maybe like Thomasville furniture or something from Pottery Barn for decor. I was mistaken when I was thinking that the Reed & Barton set was at the sale yesterday. The Reed & Barton set is at today's sale. This particular estate sale company, I've had two experiences with now. One was several episodes back. I believed I'll put a link down below. I think it was when I termed like going from blue collar to like luxurious. That home was in a very ritzy area, but truthfully, her stuff was very well used. This particular home, I don't know what it is about this particular area, I'll be honest. I have been finding that estate sales offered in this particular region are usually offering some very high-end stuff. This particular sale is no different. It's got a few Dooney and Burke bags that I can make out in the photos. I didn't pay attention to them at first because they were in like the fabric bags that I guess you're having to purchase them separately. I'm not sure, because I have bought Dooney and Burke bags from the store and did not get the covers for them, and did not recognize in the photos that that's what they were. And I happened to zoom in and just caught it in one of the photos, so that made me go back and take a look. So I can tell you that that's not the items I'm focusing on. The photos that I found, I've referenced before, have about 6 to 8 tubs worth of what I suspect to be Christmas. I did go back and reread all that I could from the estate sale company's description on this. I didn't expand it before, and it does reference that there are several tubs that they have not unpacked yet, and I don't know if it was just at the time they put this up. Some of these photos have been up for a while. The listing has been posted for several weeks, although the photos had not been really updated until probably about this week. I think there's almost 600 pictures. I think they have like 593 pictures up. So, yeah, there is a lot. Also, what appears to be, again, when I started to zoom in, some costume jewelry, and in one of them there's quite a few brooches that are Christmas themed that again caught my eye, because I told you Christmas just draws me in every time. So if it's going to be there, I'll find it, I guess. Just my eye is trained. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what their pricing's going to be here. Oh, I started to mention, so one of the sales was a very high-end place, and I found that their pricing was over what retail would have been. And then I went to the one that had all the Fisher-Price toys, and they were very accommodating in a price of buying bulk, and I was very satisfied with the price I paid. So I'm not really sure what to expect with this particular one. I guess this is going to be the third one. It's going to give me the, I always say give it 3 chances. This will be that third. So I just pulled up. It's 7:38. The house is very nice. I'll get some video when I leave. I can't seem to get a good video with my car with the blind spots that we have. So it looks like I'll be number 2. There is a white pickup truck already here. I haven't been able to see. It looks like it just may be a gentleman by himself. I'm gonna hope that that's not gonna be the case of wanting the Christmas stuff. The garage, I don't know if some of the estate sales I've been to have opened the garage early, and I'm afraid if they do that, I may lose my edge on that. I think there was some tools, if I remember. I don't remember, because that kind of stuff I just skim over. So I'll let you know when we get ready to go. I am trying to get back real quick. They did put out tickets at like around 8 o'clock. They got there, put the tickets right out. I'm number 2, as I was confirmed. That was great because now I could come. I did my Starbucks, did another pee break, got myself my banana nut bread so I can have myself like something to eat. Settled in. They did confirm that the Christmas is in the garage. I asked her when I went to get my ticket. And when I said to her, I just said, I'm interested for the Christmas. And I saw in your description, and she's like, I'm just going to tell you, it is more modern. It's not like vintage. And I said, no, that's fine. I am still interested in it. And I said, I just want to make sure you mentioned it wasn't unpacked. She said, well, it's kind of packed, but unpacked. So I don't know what to make of that. I said, well, I just want to confirm it's still in the garage. And she said, oh, yes, it's still in the garage. So that was good. I got that confirmed. And about 10 minutes after I got there, this gentleman pulled up and was standing like out of the car waiting. And I thought, like, is he like one of the employees or something? Like, I just wasn't getting a vibe that, I don't know, most of us are just wanting to sit in the car as long as we can. So that kind of surprised me. And when the gentleman that owned the estate sale got there, they like were shaking hands and acknowledging like hello and everything to each other. So I knew they kind of like knew each other. So I didn't know what to make of that. And then when we got our numbers, he's going to be behind me. We were chit-chatting. And he mentions about being a bookseller. So that's good. He's here just as a bookseller. And I don't know what the gentleman in front of me is looking for. It is just the gentleman. So I'm hoping that there's so far, it seems to be no competition for the Christmas, the Dooney Burke bags, the Christmas pins. We shall see. So let me get back and wrap up. And as a side note, we got chatting because he says he's a bookseller. I said, did you get to that one that was down yesterday? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I went there last week. He's like, they didn't really have anything good. He's like, and even with the pricing, he's like, they were just too high. And I'm like, trust your gut, Kristen. Something told me with these people. Still believe what I got was good, but we'll see. So let's get over there. All right, I'm heading back, and I wanted to give you some idea of this neighborhood that I'm in, because the homes in here are rather nice, and I did kind of forget about this area. I had to bring my son up here for a specialized pediatrician dentist, and I completely forgot about this, was that area. And this is a higher, it's a suburb again of where some of the people in Philadelphia will come, and it does have an older population, so I don't know if this is an over 55 or just a regular. But like I said, I can tell you there is some wealth to this area, and I don't believe this is the entrance that I had come into before. But I just wanted to give you an idea like what these homes do look like. And an idea of the neighborhood. So we're gonna just go and sit and wait now.
Okay, $5. Yeah.
So that's 160 for everything so far. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put this over your rod.
Do I need to pay first?
Brenna will take it.
We're gonna go to the garage, but leave this at the table.
That was probably in the bed.
Can I just leave this over here, ma'am?
Did you go back and get it? Yes. Oxford.
That's okay, I'll just give you a paid receipt.
Can I just leave my bag right there for, instead of trying to take up half your space on the table?
Okay.
Did you want that?
What's that?
So I'll show you the garage.
How big does that be?
There's stuff over there too? Okay.
There's an upstairs too.
Wasn't there a plant that you saw that you liked?
Christmas was all kind of very deep in. So we're just going back. I found one ornament in here, or one figure in here. This is pretty much anything from home goods. Some are not good. This is a figure. Another can openers.
It's like fascinating. You start to get fascinated by the whole like
Oh yeah, it's very,
ghost towns
it's very cool.
and train robberies. I mean, it was like some serious
I'll be
shit.
right back. Bananas. And chips.
Four
No, they
pillows.
are.
Two figures.
She handed you two of them.
I hand that to you.
You have a number?
What happened with
Get a number. We tell you guys, take one number.
I'm leaving, I'm sorry.
Nope.
Oh, I'm trying to leave, sorry.
Everybody's with somebody.
9 and 10.
Hold your horse.
Holy moly.
Hold on.
Sorry for the quality of all that video. I'm redoing what is the wrap up from that because what I wound up finding, and it's so frustrating for me, was many things. I should have just stayed home because first of all, I said before what time I got there. I really got up at like 5 o'clock to go. And then I thought about like what I still had in the house and hadn't gotten listed, and I tossed and turned, started doing some editing for video, and I just finally said, you know what, just go, or I was going to always probably regret not going because I would wonder what was in those tubs. And I mentioned that after I got my ticket, she said it was more modern stuff. And there was several things of frustration. The poor quality of the video, I don't know what was going on with my camera. These are relatively new cameras. I mean, I just got them in the last month to 2 months from now. And it's like if I believe it to be user error, but it's like if I was turning it off thinking, or if I was thinking I was turning it off, I really should have been turning it on if I was mistaken. And there was like nothing there either way. In my mind, I had it on, I would shut it off to do some research, turn it back on, and nothing, there was nothing. All I could show here is what I did get. So having said all that, when I got to the door, the gentleman that was the only gentleman in front of me, she directed him to either go to the left where there was coins or go to the right in the master bedroom where there was the jewelry. I quickly went into the garage, found the tubs of goods stacked into the center of the garage, kind of laid out, you know, in a grouping. Some of the items were taken out of the tubs and just placed next to them, and that was it. There was very little in that garage other than maybe some tools around the perimeter or whatever, but the main focus in the center of where there was supposed to be cars parked were these tubs. I quickly went through them and realized that most of it was like garlands and wreaths, which doesn't have a good resale value. I picked out one, it's got a name, but I don't recognize it, figurine. Realized very quickly from looking at the ornaments that they were home goods or Target type of stuff, and shifted gears and went to the master bedroom. So I wasted maybe 2 or 3 minutes going through that stuff, went into the master bedroom. When I got in there, the gentleman had this little thing out looking at all the jewelry, and there seems to be, with this estate sale company, always somebody they put in the area of the clothing and the fashion type of stuff. I really wonder if she works off of some kind of a commission or something. The way that she monitors and just controls things is what leads me to say that, because when I got into the room, there was 2 large master bedroom closets. The bed had the jewelry, like container kind of, those divided things laid out. The foot of the bed had a chest of drawers, or like just a chest of like a hope chest kind of thing, and laid out on there were several assorted bags. All of them were Coach. They started at $125, went up to like $250. I was not very knowledgeable about Coach bags, so I wasn't really that interested. I don't know what these Dooney and Burke bags were that I found that were those like kind of felty kind of ones, the dust cover ones maybe is how I should have explained it. The only thing I found that was Dooney and Burke there was a pebbled leather wallet, and they wanted $75 for that. I asked her several times where the Christmas pins were. I don't know why. She starts directing me to one of the closets, and then when I came out and said, I don't see any jewelry in there. Oh, I thought you were asking for the Christmas bags. No idea. I never saw the Christmas pins. So I went there looking for the Christmas, which was a complete waste. I was looking for the Dooney and Burke bags. They were anything that I was even looking for or going to buy when I realized they were Coach. And the Christmas pins I never found. The thing with this house was this woman was a big collector of what is known as knife rests. They look like mini barbells. They were made out of a lot of cut crystal. If you're not sure what they are, don't be surprised, because I don't think most people even know what they are. I would expect you to have to eat with royalty or the White House to understand. My guess is that you must have them on the table and you lay your knife with the flat side on this so that your knife isn't on the tablecloth. I'll try and put a picture in here. She had a huge collection of those. I can tell you the pricing was so high. I tried to shift gears even after that. Started looking. She had some nice clothes. She had a brand known as Soft Surroundings, and there was a button-up shirt and like a real light blue, like a Tiffany type of jewelry store blue, that color, the robin's egg blue in velvet. And when I asked for pricing, I was told they were, one button-up shirt was between $13 and $15. She had shoes that were mainly like Clark's and Easy Spirit. They wanted $20 to $30 for those. I remember being out in the kitchen and seeing these two women. One had something turned over and she was pointing to a home goods sticker underneath. And from the body language, my impression was that they were going on about how they must have been pricing the goods at this estate sale higher than what was the home goods price initially. There was the Reed and Barton flatware set. It was in one of those wooden chests for storage. They wanted $225 for that. I know that I could have broke off that wooden chest and sold that separately. They used to sell between $50 and $100. I don't know if that was still the case today, but there was just no money to be made there either. There was a gentleman that I had met at a previous estate sale. That was the one I said that I got the really good pricing at the Fisher Price Little People stuff for. I'm going to do a separate video about lessons I learned and a follow-up to that whole not everybody at these sales are your friends video. There is a part 2 that he plays a very intricate role in. He was there looking for this cast iron, like Scotty Terrier type of dog thing. It was just, I don't know if it was for a figurine or a door stopper. I don't know, but he was looking for that. And I told him, I said, well, I'll keep an eye out for it. I have no interest in it. Neither one of us ever found it. We were told the family took it back. So it just all over, and the shopping part of it was a waste. The only thing I wound up buying was, let me finish the thought on why I think that she gets commission. Because like when I was thinking about taking the shirt and I was walking around with it, she asked me, she's like, are you taking that? And I said, I haven't decided. I'm still waiting to know what you mean by this pricing. And she says, well, I have to keep that in my book over here. If anybody's buying anything, I have to keep a list. And I could see she was writing out a list of what something was and the price of what the item was. So this leads me to think that this level of commitment, just really, I saw her at the estate sale. That was the one that was a house of quite some means. And she was really controlling the master bedroom. She wasn't even allowing like more than like 2 people or 3 people in at the time. It just kind of struck me as strange. And I kind of, say to listen to your gut. Now, moving into, like I said, I moved out through the rest of the house. There really wasn't anything else. I did pick up 2 pillows, and I had asked somebody. One was a beaded, like Eastery kind of pillow, and the other one was this applique pillow that I have seen at the merchandise marts that sell for wholesale costs of $8.95. And I asked this one woman, I said, how much? And she said, oh, $10 a piece. No, thank you. I quickly found the spare bedroom that was by the front door where the woman collecting money was. I just put them discreetly on the bed in there, and I thought, no, I'm not taking those. And I really was ready to kind of go out empty-handed when walking out the door, I did find some brass bookends that were in a hunting theme type of look. Those were marked 25. I'm going to try and get at least 50 to 60 for them. Again, I wanted to get something so it wasn't a complete waste for me. When I started to move to get in line for paying for the bookends, there was 2 fall-themed pillows right across from the woman collecting money, and I stopped and asked her, I said, how much are these pillows? And she said, oh, all pillows are $5. I said, well, if that's the case. So I went back into the room that was right there, that was the spare bedroom, and picked up the other 2 pillows that I had just put down. So I walked out of there with 4 pillows for $20, the Christmas figurine, and the bookends. Why I was at that point realizing I didn't have that much video of what I had been shopping for, and then I had realized I hadn't gotten, a lot during my travels. That's when I decided to leave the bags by the woman where I paid and did go back and get, and that's the film footage that I was able to show. All the other film footage that I was taking in the master bedroom during that period of time when I was in there never showed up. There was video I took around the kitchen and the dining room. All of that video did not show up. So I was very frustrated because to me, I figured if the pricing was too high and I really wasn't getting anything, at least I would have the shopping video to come out of it. And then to find I didn't have the video, I was so frustrated. So frustrated. So that leads me to say, I then came in to pay, and I did learn a good lesson, and I'll get into that, like I said, in the next video. But I wound up finding out that me buying stuff and paying the woman who is the owner of the company is the only way I'm going in the future. She was the one who gave me the pricing, because the gentleman that I will reference in this other video that I had wanted to buy that dog figurine and all, he was paying, and I realized that she was better in her pricing and what she would quote. So I got my pricing from her. I paid $40 for the 6 items. I was going to leave, and I was trying to get out the door, and I do show that in the video. She was calling like numbers 0, 9, and 10. I was 71. That leads me to tell you, like, there was a lot of people coming in and out of that estate sale. It's amazing how many people you may not really see when you're first standing there. But when the line starts going through, it does become quite more in the numbers than I would ever have expected. That really drove it home to me. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I apologize for the lack of good video through that. I'm going to have to really look into getting this GoPro. I've tried a couple other things at other sales since this video, and I don't know really yet. I'm still working on it. I wish I had a second person that could go with me and could control just the camera so I could focus on the shopping, but I don't have that. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have for right now. I would appreciate any comments down below. Did I miss anything? Is there something you had seen that I should have picked up? And I would really appreciate if you would hit the like button for the thumbs up. That would appreciate, I would appreciate it, because it would help me in my algorithms and being shown to more people. I'm going to say bye for now, and I'll catch you in the next one.